Hello everybody, it's Elle, and welcome to what's going to be one of the most ridiculous videos I ever make in my entire life. So, you honestly probably shouldn't be watching this. I don't recommend it, but if you're gonna stick it through, I am here today because a few friends asked me a very important, very intimate question. You see, they were like, "Oh, we need your expertise. We need you to let us know. Who are the sexiest and the least sexy Pokemon?" So that's what we're going to talk about here today. So, for starters, we have Machoke. Now, what is there to be said about Machoke that hasn't already been said? No, literally, it's in his name. It's the only thing he can say. Get with the breath play program, everybody. Now, for the next one, I want you to 3, 2, 1. Sink into the reality that Hypno is probably one of the most Rule 34 Pokemon out there. You see, if you thought people were horny, just think about how horny they get when you hypnotize them into being even hornier. Hypnosis, and I stand by this, hypnosis is probably the horniest kink, as if y'all weren't horny enough in the first place. Alright, now this next one is really kind of the low-hanging fruit. See, if I say the word Gardevoir and you don't immediately cringe, then you probably managed to spend the last 10 years avoiding 4chan. Congratulations. Don't break the streak. Yeah. Really, Game Freak? Really? You weren't happy with how many people already wanted to fuck your Pokemon, so you went ahead and made an actual, literal, big titty goth girlfriend Pokemon. How did, no red flags pop up while you were creating this evolution chain? This is where we realize that y'all literally have no shame. Wax play, motherfucker. Also, let's be honest here. I know you all want to fuck a ghost. Listen, I'm sure that y'all are just dying to hear, because we all knew it was going to come up. So I'm sure that you were just dying to hear. Which Pokemon does Elle consider daddy? And the answer is actually that there are two of them. See, we have a modern day daddy Pokemon, and then we also have the OG. So the modern day daddy would be Scrafty. Between the dark fighting type and the fact that he literally looks like he's pulling his pants up after he just got finished ruining you, this is the perfect example of a modern daddy. But wait. We need to talk about the big one. The mean guy. The guy upstairs. Y'all know I'm talking about motherfucking Mewtwo. Now, if you managed to watch that early 2000s Pokemon movie and you listened to this velvet voice Daddy Dom and you didn't fall immediately in love, then chances are you didn't grow up to be a lover of monsters, which is totally fine. Just means more for the rest of us. Now, there was a second half to this whole entire question, and that second half of the question was, who are the least sexy Pokemon? And I've compiled an equally sized list in that department as well. We all know I love spilling the tea. I mean, come on. He's like every single dude that didn't want to date me during high school. We don't need that kind of energy in our lives anymore. Listen, just because we're all trash doesn't mean that we need to settle for toxic partners. Listen, I don't want to throw myself under the bus. Well, more than I already have, which is quite a lot, but regardless, I'm just saying, Chochu is totally that one DDLG little, where they're always cold, and as soon as you climb into bed with them, they press their feet up against your back, and it's like haha funny the first couple of times until you realize that that is the only defining facet of their personality. I don't want to talk about it. Knife play is not for beginners. Please leave your hone edge sheathed at all times. The least sexy thing that you can have to do after a play session is to follow it up with a trip to the ER. This motherfucker. Anyone who has been to a beach, even once in their entire life, is well aware that you're going to have sand up your ass crack for the next 17 weeks. Do not engage. Avoid at all costs. The only things waiting down this path of pain and shame are excessive showering. And finally, the least sexy Pokemon of all time. You look like a Cheeto, you're gonna get shamed like a Cheeto. Bigots don't deserve to get off, and neither do gumshoes. And so there it is, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. You'll never be able to forget it, and I will not either, so I'm sorry to both of us.